Alright guys, welcome to the video today. So in this video we're going to be talking about Second Wind. So for anyone who is unaware, Second Wind is a perk you can get on trials and Iron Banner boots. I'm pretty sure I've seen people who have the perk on different boots that aren't Iron Banner trials. I'm not quite sure how that's happened or how that's possible, but your best bet is you're just going to see it on a pair of trials boots or Iron Banner boots that you have, and it's very commonly run. So a lot of people use it. I used it a ton in the past, and I'm kind of just going to explain why you might not want to use it. And even though there are a lot of perks to it, just looking at the stats that it provides, it might not be the best idea. So for anyone who's unaware, it increases movement speed and weapon handling. So basically you move faster, you can switch weapons faster, aim in, and from what I've experienced, you also seem to have some sort of increase in aim assist. I'm not quite sure if that's proven or not, but it is a lot easier to hit people when you have this active. So that in combination with faster movement speed, you're going to be strafing around super fast, and in general it would seem like a super good idea. But in this video I'm going to show you guys why I don't prefer running it. Alright, so personally I used to use it a lot when I thorned shotgun, so in tournaments and all that. Second Wind was kind of a necessity and pretty much everyone ran it. And what I've kind of noticed over time is with the the meta kind of shifting from exotics to legendaries, and I didn't do this with Last Word either, and I won't do it anytime in the future. So if I snipe in any more tournaments in the future, I know that 4v4 is kind of the thing right now, and that's what the next upcoming tournament is for. But if I decide to go back to sniping when threes come out, then I'm definitely still not going to be running it. And you just notice a lot of inconsistency in your playstyle. So with all the perks that it gives you, right? So extra movement speed and extra weapon handling. So you handle your weapons faster, you aim in faster, you're strafing faster, you switch weapons faster. All of that is a lot speedier than it would normally be, but it leads to a lot of like inconsistency. And if you're trying to become like a better player, the number one thing you want is to be consistent. So be consistent with your sensitivity, your play style, what game modes you're playing, and then obviously you don't want to have some mix up of half the time for 12 seconds off spawn you're aiming in your weapon super fast and you get all these perks, and then after that 12 seconds is up they're completely gone. And I've noticed that like when I use Thorn and a Matador I really like it, but with legendaries it just doesn't feel quite as nice. The thing that made Second Wind feel so amazing in the first place is because at the time most of the weapons people were using in tournament gameplay was Matador and Thorn. And if you look at Matador and Thorn compared to something like a Party Crasher and IS Luna, the Thorn and the Matador has a lot less handling. It's a lot slower, a lot more sluggish. And if you can have that 12 seconds off spawn, get a double kill with a shotgun or get a nice little spree with a primary, it works out. And I still, like to this day, I really enjoy using Second Wind with Thorn. But legendaries, they have really good handling by themselves. They switch fairly fast, they aim in pretty quickly. You notice with Thorn, the ADS speed is really like sluggish feeling. It feels like you have to it feels almost like a heavy weapon when you're taking it out. And then when you aim in, it's really slow and it's really uncomfortable. So for me, running Second Wind was kind of a necessity, and in general it benefited everyone. But with the meta kind of shifting, legendary hand cannons are a lot more about precision. Thorn had a higher fire rate, and with legendaries you kind of have to pace your shots a little bit more. You're still killing in the same amount of bullets for the most part, and you have better registration, but you don't want to be spamming a legendary hand cannon. It just doesn't really work out too well. Pacing shots, like I said, is a huge part of gameplay now. With the shift in exotic hand cannons to legendary hand cannons. I've always hated this with Last Word because of the pullout animation. It just, I don't know, it just messes me up, and I know it messes up a lot of people. A lot of people have shifted away from using it, and me personally, I've been using the Party Crasher lately and I really enjoy it. And I don't run Second Wind at all. It helps my primary shot, and Party Crasher has a lot better handling than Matador, and I find that I do a lot better using it than I would with a Matador for some reason. Like Second Wind, when you first put it on, it feels really nice. You start hitting a ton of shots, but as you get too used to it, you notice that your primary gets a lot worse, and that you just find a lot of holes in your gameplay. You become more inconsistent, and in general you don't really perform as well. And this isn't just with me, I've noticed it within like a ton of people, and that for me is why I haven't used it for Last Word Sniper. I loved using it for Thorn, like I said, Thorn Matador, it's perfect. But legendaries right now, at least hand cannons, I'm not quite sure about pulses, but I'm really not a big fan of it. And I feel like if you guys take off Second Wind and you try playing without it, I feel like you're going to become a lot more consistent. Having a regular strafe speed is something that is very important. Not just the whole feeling of pulling out your weapon faster. You know, obviously that's something that's going to make you play worse if you're used to it pulling out super fast and then it pulls out a lot slower. But managing your strafing is a huge part of gunfights, and if that becomes inconsistent, then you're going to find holes and flaws in your gameplay. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you found it informative, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Peace.